for million dollar mitts. Why did I call this $1 million mitts? Because I'm gonna make you look like $1 million, man. As long as you let me guide you, as long as you listen, as you learn the stuff that I'm gonna teach you with a pair of mitts. I'm gonna level up your mitt game 100%. I got a lot of things to say about mitt work because mitt work literally changed my life.
What's his full name? What's Coach Anthony's? Anthony's first name was Anthony's last name.
Anthony Rodriguez, Coach Anthony, and that corner break forward.
A lot of people don't know when I first came into this boxing game as a trainer, you know, mitts was really what people hired me for. Working with professional fighters that put me in world title corners right off the bat just because they like the way I hold a pair of mitts. This is something that your clients are gonna love. This is something that your fighters are gonna love. Always a lane for somebody who knows how to hold mitts. The one thing that I could say is if you're gonna do something, you wanna do it the right way. I like to think that I'm a person who could teach you how to do this at the highest level, considering I've been to the highest level of boxing.
2 rounds, and you're a world champion, but you gotta work.
He is a defending world champion fighting tonight.
With head trainer, Freddie Anthony Rodriguez.
I work with some of the best boxers in the world. Mitts is what literally put me in that position. You could be a great coach, you could be a great teacher, you could be a great personal trainer. But this is what's gonna capture their eyes. This is what's gonna make people look at you and make people say, hey man, that guy knows what he's doing. I wanna go ahead and work with that person. I'm gonna teach you, it doesn't matter if you have 0 experience or if you have a lot of experience, there's gonna be modules in this course that's gonna help level you up.
Man, you gotta change.
Sean. Whoa. You see that?
Yeah. What's going on, guys? No Days Off November continues. We're coming to the last couple of days of No Days Off November. You got today and you got tomorrow. And then it is a wrap. There will be no more November. We're moving into December. I'm definitely motivated right now, guys. I dropped $1 million mitts 2 days ago, and I'm getting a ton of feedback already, a bunch of love. People love the course. People are loving it. Like the feedback that I'm getting, and has only been 2 days, got me so hyped that I'm almost ready to go live every single day for December. And I'm gonna tell you what my plan is for December tomorrow. So tomorrow we're gonna go into a December game plan. So I definitely want you guys to be here tomorrow because we locking in. We locking in, man. I don't know how you guys feel, but I want to treat December like it's January 1st. You feel me? I want to treat December like it's January 1st. And the reason I say that is because December 1st is on a Monday. You feel me? And you know, I ate a whole lot of food for Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? I've been eating like whatever I want, and I work way too hard to let myself fall off. And I got a lot of goals, man. We got the CA boxing gym. We got the $1 million mitts. We got the certifications that I'm going to be giving trainers so trainers can go ahead and start their own careers coming real soon. I got the inner circle coming out for the $1 million mitts, people who want to get a little bit more in depth. That's a little bit another offer. I got the master boxing bundle. I got the YouTube channel. I got a lot going on my end, and I'm looking to go crazy. And it all starts with some structure. So this December, Disciplined Decembers, y'all. What y'all thinking? Let me know in the chat if you like Disciplined Decembers. I know y'all got some goals. I know you guys are looking forward to accomplishing your goals, whether that's your first amateur fight, or maybe you're ready to turn pro, or maybe you want to lose some weight, or maybe you just want to start your own coaching career. You see what I'm saying? Maybe you want to start learning the mittwork stuff that I'm teaching. Disciplined December is about leveling up. I'm really thinking about doing it. I don't know if I'm going to go live every day like I do in November, but I do want to keep the live stream vibe going because I'm enjoying the live streams right now, chopping it up with you guys, building with you guys. I don't know if you guys saw yesterday, but yesterday was kind of like me giving you my backstory how I got into boxing. So if you missed yesterday's stream, I think you guys will really appreciate it because it lets you know that no matter where you're starting from, you can get to a pretty good level in boxing. I mean, I've been to the world championship level as a coach, and it all started with just walking into a boxing gym one day with no expectation, actually getting my ass handed to me, getting beat the hell up my first experience in a sparring match. You know what I mean? So I think that if you didn't see yesterday's live stream, that's really important. Okay. Now, today's particular live stream, the topic for today is how to build boxing IQ. And I get a lot of questions about that because people want to know about, how do I stay at range? How do I fight on the inside? How do I improve my footwork? How do I improve my defense? How do I get better at counter punching? What drills should I do? And there's a lot of stuff that goes into all of that. You know what I mean? You have to learn the game, obviously. So I think that we're going to have some fun tonight. I got my energy drink. Okay, I know these aren't the healthiest, but I got my energy drink. I'm going to be drinking it so I can stay up. I mean, it's freaking 11:25 p.m. here on the East Coast. But we're going to have some fun, man. So, yeah, drop something in the chat right now. Let me know that y'all rocking with me, man. Say something. Say what up, Coach Ant. Say something in the chat because we're about to have some fun. I'm going to definitely do some Q&A with you guys. We definitely going to build. This is going to be me talking and also me answering questions at the same time. I want to treat this particular live stream tonight like we all hanging out. Like we just in the room. We chilling. You guys could vibe with me. I could vibe with you guys, right? Like we're going to utilize the internet the way it should be used. That's what I want to do on this channel. I want to utilize the internet. You know what I mean? This isn't just me giving a presentation. This is all of my people that rock with me hanging out in a room, whether it's 5 of y'all, whether it's 30 of y'all, 100, whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is y'all rocking with me. I'm rocking with you. And I'm going to give you the best information that I could possibly give you. And something that I've spent all these years learning. The one area in my life that I actually feel like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because I promise you guys, I'm not the most smartest guy in the whole entire world. But when it comes to boxing and when it comes to the business that I've built, I think I know a thing or two. This is where I'm particularly confident. You feel me? So let's go ahead and say what's up to the people in the building. We got my man Rico Santana. What's good? We got DMC. What's going on, my God? Goods. Hey, everybody. What's good? We got Pookie Man in the building. Coach, what's the topic here? Yes, sir. You know what it is. I just said it. I know you probably said that earlier. Tyler Brawler was good. Good info. What's up, Emilio? I'm seeing a lot of my regulars in here. We got Mr. C in the building. We got my man Sparring Lovett, a.k.a. Tim, in the building. We got Super 80s baby in the building. Peace. What up, my boy? Ooh, we got the one and only Gentle. One of my favorite people in the whole entire world. Shout out to Gentle. She is one of my CA boxing champions, all right, to say the least. We love Gentle here at CA Boxing Gym. One of the quickest learners, man. She's actually a really good example of somebody who's very, very coachable. And it's a pleasure to work with her. We got my man, Bro, You Can't Be Serious. What up, champ? How you doing? We got Lance in the building. Yo, what up, my boy? How you doing, bro? We got Anthony Iverson. Yo, Coach Anthony, your video finally taller opponent led to my best sparring round ever. See, that's the type of shit I like to hear. I like to hear that you guys can actually watch a video and learn and be able to implement it in real life. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten emails from people who purchase the Master Boxing Bundle saying, hey, this bundle helped me win my fight. I learned so much. I learned more from this bundle than I did from my gym, from my coaches. Shh, don't tell nobody. Like, all types of shit. So for me, it's really an honor that I'm able to do that, and you guys are able to actually learn. At first, I thought people was lying to me, truthfully, till people started sending me videos. So that's what started really making me say, damn, this internet thing is for real. Like, this isn't like how when I was coming up. When I was coming up, there was no access to trainers online. Like, you know what I mean? This is a very, within the last, I'd say 10 years or so, that this has become a prominent thing. You know what I mean? Especially during COVID, when people really started to run to the internet to really get information, because we was all trapped in our houses and we couldn't get to the gyms and stuff like that. It really popped off, you feel me? And it was around that time that I was getting very aggressive on YouTube. I think I went into COVID with 100,000 subscribers, and then by like 2022, I had 300 or close to 300,000 subscribers. Then I kind of just fell off. You know what I mean? YouTube, I stopped posting, but you know, it was around that time I was getting a lot of testimonials, man. Like I lost track of how many I got, but I'm very happy to hear that. My man Paul in the building, what's going on? What up, gang? All right, so yo, we're gonna talk about how do you develop boxing IQ. Well, first and foremost, I think it's real simple. I think this is pretty, like when I say to myself, how can I keep this topic going for a long time? Because it's truthfully pretty, like, I hate to say it, common sense. But people ask me this question all the time, and I'm kind of like surprised that I get asked this as much as I get asked. How do you develop boxing IQ? I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It's like anything, right? Like, you have to put in the time and you got to put in the effort. You know, I remember, I think I said this the other day. I was talking to this millionaire that I knew a couple years ago. He's a gym owner. He owned a bunch of gyms and stuff. And and he also owned like an equipment, like he sold equipment. And I remember I went up to him and I was like, yo, what's the secret to success? Because me, I've always been very driven in business. Like I've always wanted to be super successful in business. So I'm like, what's the secret to your success? And he's like, you know what, Anthony? He was like, you have to care. And I'm like, that's it? Like, that's all you got? So then I left. I felt like he ain't give me no game. And then as, you know, time went on in my life, I noticed that everything I ever really cared about improved. You know what I'm saying? So then it came back to what he said to me, and I'm like, damn, he was right. You just have to care. You just really have to care. So if you want to be good at boxing, if you want to develop boxing IQ, you have to care. But what comes with care? Effort comes with care. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't say you care about something, but you put no effort into it. So what is effort? Effort is seeking out the best education that you could find. Effort is implementing the education that you learn, right? So I can go ahead and I can work with you and I can teach you the basic fundamentals of boxing. But if you don't, implement it on a day-to-day consistent basis, we really not going to get nowhere. You know what I mean? If you don't eat, sleep, shit this shit, we're really not going to get nowhere. If you don't take the extra free time of your day and study, AKA grabbing the Master Boxing Bundle right now for Black Friday while it's the cheapest it's ever going to be. Or if you want to start a business like a mittwork coaching business that I'm basically trying to help people start right now, investing into that. People who do that and people who have been doing that, these are people who really care, because we all can use our time and use our money however we want. And I get it, not everybody's rich and not everybody has a lot of time, but where there's a will, there's a way. I've learned that in life. Whenever we really want something, we figure it out. Even if we're not the richest and even if we don't got the most time. I know mothers, okay, that got multiple kids that go to work, take care of their kids, still go to the gym, and are in great shape, and they're single mothers, by the way. How the fuck do they do it? Okay, I know fathers who go to work all day, have a family at home, and somehow still give emotional support to the wife, and somehow still make sure that the bills are paid and stay strong even though they're going through a lot of shit. So how do those people do that, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. When you really care about something, you'll make it happen. Okay, Manny Pacquiao, when he wanted to fight, when he was very poor in the Philippines, used to put quarters in his pockets to step on the scale because he didn't weigh enough to fight. This is a guy who really wanted it. he really, not only did he really want it, that was his only way out. So he made it happen. When you really have no other option, you're going to make it happen. So my whole point is, in order to develop boxing IQ, you have to care. Okay, this is the facts. I remember when I was boxing, I really cared about being very technical and very intelligent as a boxer, and also having very nice form. I remember I used to focus on form. You know, I like to think I got some pretty nice form. You got to think, I don't box. I haven't boxed competitively, who knows, bro, 15 years, maybe more. I barely train, okay? I lift weights and I walk. I mean, I'm a boxing coach. I'm not a boxer. And I can still get out there and I have better form than a lot of guys that train every single day. Now, granted, I've been doing this a long time, but I also don't do it every day. This is whatever just built in me from when I used to do it every single day. Okay, so my point being is that was something that I put a lot of energy and effort to, was learning the technical boxing skills from good teachers. I was smart enough to be able to decipher who's a good teacher. And the way that I would do that is basically just by listening to how they articulated instructions and how their boxers were performing. And you know what I'm saying? It's really that simple. You want to know if a guy's a good fucking coach? Listen to him speak, watch him demonstrate, okay? You like to see how he demonstrates, okay? And just pay attention if his guys are winning and losing. If all his guys are fucking losing, chances are he might not be the best coach in the world. However, you can't always determine losses with a coach because a coach isn't fighting for the athlete. However, you do get a pattern. You do get a pattern when you start seeing fighters with a particular coach. And you start to notice that a particular coach has a resume of winners. Okay, I built national champions from zero experience all the way to national champions. I work with Olympic alternates, world champions. My boxing resume as a coach has more wins than losses, and we fought for the world championship level as professional boxers and national championship level as amateur boxers. And all my novices, because this is a new gym, I have a gym full of novices. We've barely lost in a year. In a year, we've only been competing now maybe 6-7 months. Most of my guys have won. We've won 90% of our matches. And the few matches that we've lost, I feel that we won those matches, except for maybe one I think we actually lost. So I'm not trying to like boast on myself, but I kind of got a track record of guys winning. You feel me? I got a track record of people who actually are succeeding. And this didn't just start yesterday. This started a decade ago. But that's kind of how you decipher if a guy knows what he's talking about or if a guy is just talking to make himself sound intelligent. So when you're surfing through the net and you're in your real life and you're going to boxing gyms, the way you get boxing IQ, because this is a boxing IQ stream, is you kind of got to do your research and make sure that the person that's giving you the information is giving you good information. And how do you know it's good information? Just look at the track record, right? If I see a guy who's in really good shape and he's lifting weights and he's like, yo, man, I can help get you buff if you just listen to me and listen to my diet and, you know, do the weights the way I tell you to. I think chances are if he's in physically good shape that he knows what the fuck he's talking about. It's kind of hard to trust a guy who tells you he can get you physically fit and he looks like shit. He'd have to show me some old photos of when he was in really good shape and then give me a reason on why he's out of shape. I need to see something because there are guys who are out of shape that know what they're talking about. However, I'm hoping that they were at least in shape at one point in their life. A guy who's never been in shape one time in his life tries to tell me how to get in shape. I'm probably not going to listen to him because it's like, bro, you've never done it once. See, me, I've been in shape, out of shape, in shape, out of shape. So I know that there's ways and times of your period of your life that you're not going to be in the best shape. You know what I mean? I'm understanding that way. But show me some footage of you in shape if you're going to tell me how to get in shape. You dig what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with boxing. Show me some fighters that you're training that are winning, or show me some fights that you had when you was a fighter of you winning, or Matter of fact, let me just see you shadow box. Let me see if you actually have nice fucking techniques since you want to tell somebody how to punch. Let me see you throw a punch. Let me see you circle the ring. Let me see your footwork. Let me see you cut an angle. Let me see you shoulder roll. Let me see something. Show me something. I got to see something. We're not just going to listen to a bunch of talking and you ain't got nothing to prove. All right, so that's that. I got that out the way, right? I think we got that out the way, man. You feel me? We got my man Mr. C in the building. Y'all smash that like button and keep the channel going. Thank you so much. So boxing IQ. Now, we have to know what we're trying to learn. You feel me? We're trying to see. We got to see what we're trying to learn. Let me go ahead and say what's up to my man QB Killer real quick. What's going on, QB? Coach, my wife's cousin had a heart pacemaker in a boxing gym in my city. Had him sparring within days of him walking in the gym, and he had just got out of prison and he has never boxed before. Damn, that's crazy. That's like next level right there. I don't even know if I would have trusted to do that, to be honest. But anyway, man, when we're talking about boxing IQ, we have to know what we're talking about, right? So, you know, I could sit here and give you guys a bunch of questions and answers, like my man Billy Briscoe likes to say. My man Billy Briscoe, who's one of the people who I speak to about boxing at a very, very high level. We have conversations on the phone, and we can actually visualize what we're saying to each other because of all the experience. And he'll say boxing is questions and answers. And if you got more answers than if you can answer their questions and you have more answers than questions, you win. So it's like having the answers to the questions, you know? Somebody shoots a jab at me, what am I gonna do? You know, am I just gonna stay here? Am I gonna slip my head off the center, right? Am I gonna slip inside of the jab? What am I going to do when I slip inside the jab? Am I shooting a hook to the body? Am I ripping an uppercut up the middle? When I slip this way, am I firing back a right hand? Am I slipping with my lead glove up, or am I slipping with my hand a little bit low? You see what I'm saying? Am I sneaking in an up jab? You feel me? What am I doing? You got to know what you're doing. When I'm trying to keep my distance, do I understand range? If I shoot a left hook to the body, what are the potential counters that can counter me? Is somebody going to shoot a left hook to my head, or is somebody going to try to hit me with a right uppercut? And where is my right hand going to be when I shoot that left hook to the body? I shoot that left hook to the body, they shoot the right uppercut, maybe I catch it. That left hook comes, I either catch it or I roll it. You got to know this stuff. You got to know this stuff. So when I'm holding the mitts for guys, is where I like to teach a lot of that boxing IQ shit. You know what I mean? Because even though, yes, you can teach a guy through shadow boxing, you can teach a guy on the heavy bag, and a guy's really going to learn. A guy's really going to learn in sparring. I mean, let's just be honest. The only time you really learn this shit is when you start to feel some fucking punches. That's when you're like, now I know why coach said keep his hands up. Now I know why I roll under a hook after I shoot a hook to the body. Now I know why I don't just go in aggressive without being intelligent with my approach, because I'm running into counter punches. Now I know why I don't just lay on the rope square. Now I know why coach has been telling me, you know, stop dragging my right hand. You feel what I'm saying? Now I know why I can't stand like this. Now I know why my chin needs to be tucked. Now I know why my stance has to be wide enough but not too wide. Now I know why my feet can't come together, because every time they feet come together, I have no balance. Now I know why I can't cross my feet, because when I cross my feet, I fall off balance. You see what I'm trying to say? There's so many little nuances, but you're going to feel it when you start getting hit. And that's when you start to learn really quick the right and the wrong things. But when I get a guy in front of me on the mitts, I can really get personal and make them feel as if they're sparring without sparring. I'll throw shots at them. I'll put the punches in the right positions for when they shoot a hook to the body, then I'll shoot a hook to the head. Or they throw a right hand, I'll roll them with a hook to the head. Or if I want them to slip outside, I'll put my left glove here. They can throw the right hand there, and they'll slip outside my right hand and pivot this way. Maybe I'm envisioning, maybe I'm a Southpaw and I'm standing like this, and I'll say, I want you to slip my jab As you're slipping my jab, I got this glove here. So now you slip the jab, drop your right hand lead, pivot out. Or if they're lefty, I put that here, right? And this is me as a righty throwing a jab. They're a lefty. I put this mitt here. They'll hit me with the straight left. They'll pivot this way. Then I'll drop a left uppercut, maybe a hook, something similar to like what we used to see Lomachenko do. I used to do stuff like that with Raymond Ford and Tevin Farmer all the time. But again, this is where you teach the boxing IQ. This is why $1 Million Mitts, my newest release, is one of the best investments that you can buy. And I don't want this to sound like a sales pitch every single time I get on these live streams, but the truth is, if you really want to learn boxing IQ, I've been giving the game forever. I think I'm a trustworthy person at this particular point. So you go to the website, you grab the Master Boxing Bundle right now for the cheapest it's ever going to be, and you grab the $1 Million Mitts for the cheapest it's ever going to be, and you can't go wrong. And you join these live streams, and you got my text message. Any questions you got, you communicate with me. I'm a real person. I'm not like this online motherfucking celebrity that, oh, I can't get a hold of Coach Anthony. Oh, he took my money. Now I can't find him. How do I get to support? What are we going to do? Oh, my God. Oh, no, you ain't got to do that with me. That's not who I am. You feel me? But anyway, man, we got to say what's up to some more of my people in here. Sean Breezy, I need like three courses, coach. Throw a bundle and I'll buy it tonight. What particular courses do you need, Sean? And what particular courses do you currently own? Let me ask you that question before we move forward. What courses do you need and what courses do you own? And I'm gonna bless you with a deal right here in front of everybody, just so everybody can see. Like, that's the kind of love I'm giving my people, man. You know what I'm saying? If you in here with me, I'm definitely gonna bless you. Yo, what's going on, my guy? What up, coach? We leveling up, no excuses 2026. Yo, how do y'all feel about like a discipline? Is that corny to y'all? Like a disciplined December? Where like we all lock in on our goals, whether it's fitness, boxing, finances, just improving. We start in December. Fuck starting in January. We start in December. We get a month head start with the exception of the holidays. I know that we have people that like to celebrate. We'll celebrate a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't celebrate Christmas or Kwanzaa or, you know what I'm saying, Hanukkah, whatever it is that you like to celebrate. I'm just saying lock in, do the best you can. But then when January comes, you already got like a fucking head start. You're like, I've been grinding. I'm ready. You know what I mean? I ate a little extra on Christmas. I ate a little bit too much, whatever. But I ain't really fall off like that because I've been locked in. Let me know in the chat if that sounds dope to y'all or if I'm missing y'all with that. Coach Ant missed me with that, bro. You do that on your own. I just want boxing. I just want boxing information. I just want to know how to slip a jab and go to the body. You know, that's all I give a shit about. Let me know. I want to know because this is what I'm personally interested in. But if y'all not, I'm not going to like force y'all. Ain't nobody, you know what I mean, asking y'all to do something y'all don't want to do. Let me know. Hold on. Let me open this up so I can read this a little bit better. There we go. This is much better. This is much better. Yo, coach, regarding I've only sparred 9 or 10 rounds, but I find it hard to actually study my opponent's mannerism because I'm so focused on what's coming back on me. You've only sparred 9 or 10 rounds total in your life, or you only sparred 9 or 10 rounds in a sparring match? Because I'm looking at your photo. Oh, that's Frank Martin and Gervonta Davis. I thought you was a pro fighter and that was your photo of you fighting. So have you only sparred 9 or 10 rounds total in your life? Let me know. Wheel and Grills is going on. Thanks for all the knowledge, bro. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you saying that. You know what I mean? And you're welcome. You know what I mean? For sure. Hey, coach, I really like your footwork course. There's around 7 to 9 drills there. How would you recommend about it? Scheduling together for a workout for footwork when I'm working on it. Truthfully, yo, this is the thing about like footwork drills, right? Because not everybody is coordinated like other people are coordinated. That's through from my personal experience. So sometimes you could just take one drill and that's the primary focus of the day. So like, let's example, okay? I can give you an example workout routine with the footwork drill incorporated, right? So you can, let's just say you're a pure beginner. Okay, this is why I like the master boxing bundle for everybody. This is why I say just get it all because you're eventually going to need it all, right? But what I would say is, let's just say you jump rope, 3 to 4 rounds, 3-minute rounds, 1-minute break, you know what I mean? Or 30-second. We do 30 seconds here in between the round, right? So then you do that. Then you go on the line. You focus on your jab, bop, bop, right? And then the next round, you do your 1-2, bop, 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 bop. Next round, you do your 1-2-3, bop, 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 right? And then maybe one round, you focus on uppercuts, bop, 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 right? That's your shadow boxing basics, right? Then let's just say we focus on the shuffle drill. I got one where we do a 1-2-3 shuffle and a pivot. I really like that for beginners. The 1-2-3 pivot, because it teaches you. Hold on. I'll say what's up to my guy real quick. Yo, we on the live stream right now, man. Say what's up to the people, Tone Cuts.
What up, man? Make sure y'all stay locked in. Number 1, Coach Ant.
Yeah, I'm on the live. Yeah, I'm on the live stream, man. So I'm gonna hit you later.
$1 million mitts.
Yeah.
Where is that right now?
Yeah.
When the price go up, Jeremy? When the price go up.
Facts. All right, bro.
All right, bro.
All right. So you know what time it is. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I really like the 1-2-3 pivot. It's really good to teach a guy how to get back into position. You could do that, or you could do the regular shuffle drill where you're shuffling and you go switch, and then you go switch, and then you go switch. You know what I mean? So maybe in a little bit, I'll open up the master boxing bundle and show those for everybody. But you could just choose one of them. So let's just say you choose the shuffle pivot, or you choose the shuffle where you're just shuffling and switching. You do that for a couple of rounds, 1 to 3 rounds, whatever your conditioning can handle. Then you go in front of a heavy bag and you hit the bag for 3 to 4 rounds on the same exact things you did shadow boxing. So maybe 1 round, jab, bop, bop, bop. Another round, 1-2, bop, 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 bop. Next round, 1-2-3, bop, 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 bop. And then the next round, maybe you could do the uppercuts, or you could just go 1-2-3-2, and then drop a roll at the end. Bop, 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 roll. Bop, 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 roll. Get that integrated. So now you did 3 to 4 rounds jump rope, 3 to 4 rounds shadow box basic on the line, 3 to 4 rounds shuffle drill, which I don't think you're gonna do. You're probably gonna do 1 if you're just starting out. But let's just say you do 3 to 4, and then 3 to 4 rounds heavy bag. So let's just say 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 12 rounds right there. Okay. If you have access to a speed bag, you can hit a speed bag, or you can get right into your calisthenics, push-ups, sit-ups, and then you cool down with some stretching. Done. There's your routine. You feel me? Then let's just say the next day, let's say you got a little bit more experience. You focused on your footwork the next day. Now the next day you want to focus on counter punching. Let's say you go into how to set traps and counter punch. And let's just say you take 3 counter punch drills from the course. Maybe we take a slip a jab, come back with a right hand. Maybe we do a slip a right hand, rip a hook to the body. And then maybe we focus on one that you would actually use a block. Maybe we focus on a block the hook, shoot a hook, and then we block a right hand, shoot a right hand. So there's nobody hitting me, but I can still envision a hook, bang. I can still envision a right hand, bang. So I could go 1, 2, block 2. I can go 1, 2, 3, block 3. I can go slip, rip the body. I can go slip, come back with a right hand. I put that particular focus into the shadow boxing, however I want to do it. I can either do it piece by piece, or I can just mix it into the shadow boxing. So let's just say I'm just shadow boxing, bop, bop, working my jab, bop, 1, 2, bop, bop, slip 2, bop, 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 1, 2, 3, block 3, slip, rip the body, roll, bop, 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 then back, bop, bop. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm actually moving a little bit more advanced than somebody who's just a beginner, but you get the ideology. Then you can do the same thing on a heavy bag. Hit the bag, 1, 2, rock 2, 1, 2, 3, slip 3. You see what I'm saying? 1, 2, pull 2, 1, 1. Check hook. I don't know why I just do a check hook in there, but whatever. But yeah. And again, jump rope, shadow box, heavy bag, conditioning core. You know, push-ups, sit-ups, squats. If you have a dip bar, you can do all of that. You feel me? Next day, you want to focus on defense. Call your homie. Like my homie just called me. Yo, what up? What you doing? Yo, pull up, man. We're going to work on some drills. One person throws a jab, I catch it, I shoot a jab. One person throws a 1, 2, I catch, I block, I shoot a right hand, left hook. We got drillers make killers in the master boxing bundle. You like that one right there, though, right? Somebody throws a jab, I block the right hand, I fire back a right hand and a hook. The person who threw the 1, 2 got a block a 2, 3. You feel me? So it's bop, bop, boom, boom. You feel me? And then we can keep building on that, truthfully. Because after I go boom, boom, I could shoot a 3, 2, or I could shoot a 3, 3. And the person who, you know what I mean, was doing that, now they got a block. You feel me? So it builds and it builds and it builds. So if you have some common knowledge, and this is the other thing. If you can't envision all this stuff, you got my phone number, man. You got my fucking phone number. 215-709-5437. You shoot me a text, Coach Han, I want to book a virtual call with you. I send you the link. You book the virtual call. You ask me, and I'll get on the call with you personally and educate you like that. You see what I'm saying? Let me see what other coaches doing that online. Let me see. Or even better, if you live in the area, come down to CA Boxing Gym and we'll take care of you. You feel me? All right, let me get back to this, man. Sean Breezy, my bad, bro. I got caught up, but listen, y'all see what I'm doing. I'm drinking a freaking Celsius. Don't judge me. And I'm rocking out with y'all. I'm not rushing, man. So, all right. Hold on. Let me, damn, there's a lot of comments tonight. A lot of comments tonight, man. What up? Let me just go through this real quick. Okay, my bad. My man Tim, yes. I train with him, the greatest coach. Everything he's saying is true. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. If anybody needs convincing on getting any of Coach's programs, just check out his free gym he drops on his YouTube channel. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate you grabbing that $1 million mitts. I appreciate that, bro. For real. All right. I need the Philly shell. How to box the opposite stance. Okay, so you need the Philly shell. So you need 3 courses. You need 3 courses. Okay. What courses do you currently own, Sean? You have everything except for those? Those are the last 3? Those are the last 3, bro? All right, so how about this? How about this? How about this, bro? How about you get 2 and I'll give you 1 free? How's that sound? So you get the Philly shell, the opposite stance, and I'll throw in the beginner. Or you get the beginner, you go get the beginner and the opposite stance, and I'll throw in the Philly shell right now. All you got to do is pay for 2, tell me you copped them, and I'll add the other 1 to your portal. Simple as that. How's that sound? Is that fair? And for anybody else out there who doesn't want to be in this position where you have almost all of them and then you're missing 3, just get the Master Boxing Bundle right now while it's the cheapest it's ever been. You feel me? Like, all right, so Sean, check it out. Go to the website right now. My boy, I appreciate that. Go to the website right now. Get them. I got my phone here. I'm going to know. And I'll add whatever you didn't buy. You buy whichever 2 you want, and I'll add whichever 1 you didn't buy. I'm just going to need that email for sure. And I got you 100%. You can even text me, 215-709-5437. I appreciate you too, Sean. Real talk. I really appreciate you. Sean Breezy's been jumping in my live stream since I think No Days Off November started in 2020. This is 5 years in a row I've been doing this, y'all. So for anybody out there who's new in this chat, just know I've been doing No Days Off November since 2020, going live every single day for the month of November since 2020. So I don't know how much social proof I need. All right, but I think that kind of lets you know who you're dealing with. You know what I mean? Somebody who gets on here and talks to you every single day, year after year after year. You feel me? Yes, sir. Been watching you since 2019. I appreciate you, man. So look, this is what I'm gonna do for y'all right now, man. And I just need people to really jump in this chat and let me know if y'all really supporting what I'm trying to do. I'm putting the link for $1 Million Mitts in there right now. If you copy right now, I need to know. And I'm gonna put the link to the Master Boxing Bundle right now as well. If I can find it. Here it goes. All right. Now listen, it's gonna say $497 on the Master Boxing Bundle because that's what I was charging before the Black Friday sale. Right now it's actually $267. If you use discount code VIP20, okay, you'll get an additional $20 off of the Master Boxing Bundle. So it'll be $247. Okay. This course, these bundles have been sold for as high as $2,000. I had it for $19.97 at one point, $14.97 at one point. I was selling individual courses for $9.97 at one point. Then I dropped it down to $300. Then I dropped it down to $150. Then I dropped it down to $97. Right now, you can get any individual course on the website for $47 for Black Friday. I'm letting that rock out till Cyber Monday, which is this Monday. Okay. And you can get the Master Boxing Bundle for $267 with a $20 discount on top of that, $247. So literally comes out to like $15 a freaking course, y'all. Like I just told y'all right now on this chat on how you can utilize it and create drills. Professional boxers, retired boxers have been buying my Master Boxing Bundles and running their programs with my shit. I promise you, I'm not making this up. I got pro fighters in my community. Oh yeah, for the record, we got a private community too that's super lit. I don't know if y'all seen it, but if y'all want to see the private community, let me know in the chat. I'll do a share screen and you'll see the talent that's inside of my private community. And there's more people signing up every day. Like when I went in there recently, because I haven't been in there in a couple of days, I went in there. I'm like, God, I'm like, damn, we got some talent in the community. Like guys who really know how to box have been purchasing the Master Boxing Bundle, and then they're posting themselves in the community. So you actually get a chance to converse and deal with other people who bought my bundles, and these guys are good. And we're talking about people from different countries, like not just the United States of America. We got people from the UK in there, people from Australia in there, people from everywhere, truthfully, all over the United States of America. Like, this is real. I'm not making this up, y'all. I'll show it to y'all. If y'all want to see it right now, I'll show it to y'all. So this is what you're buying into. You're buying into something that's real, y'all. You're not buying into no bullshit. There's a lot of shit you could buy Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But if you're on a boxing channel on a live stream at 12 o'clock at night on the East Coast, or 9 o'clock at night on the West Coast, or whatever country you're in, chances are you really like boxing. Chances are you really like boxing. So, you know what I mean? Support what I'm doing. Get in on this, because you're going to definitely get your return on an investment guaranteed. How do we join the community? About to get the Make 'em Miss, Make 'em Pay bundle. So you're going to get a link that's going to give you everything in that bundle, and the Facebook will be in there. So all you're going to do is follow the instructions. It'll say like, click this link, and then you're just going to have to put in the secret password and stuff like that. So it'll be that simple. Y'all want to take a quick peek at the community? Let me know. I'll show it to y'all right now. If y'all want to check out any course, let me know. I'll show it to y'all right now. See, I ain't got no problem showing you my work, because I know my shit is official. So all y'all got to do is ask. One thing about me, I ain't holding nothing. Like I'll let you see it before you pay for it. You feel me? That's how I get down. Is the Cuban check uppercut ever been done? I was sparring today and being creative, and I think I did something new and it landed clean. You know what? If you could do a check hook, I don't like that. I think you can. I've never done it. At least I've never done it with the step. Like, so what I've done personally, hold on. Can you see me? Hold on. I should be in the main gym area. All right, but this is cool about this tripod right here. All right, I think y'all can see. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Time my shoe before I trip. All right, so if I'm here, I can't show you my whole foot, but you get the idea. I can go, bop, that's a check, like Cuban style, right? Same thing on this side. Bop, I can go, bop, I can go, bop. Y'all already know that. So let me just try to do the uppercut. Bop, bop. I guess, yeah, I believe you can do it. Now, me personally, I've never done that. I've done more of just a go, bop. I've done that where a guy will come in and think that he can hit me, and I'll just go, boop. You know what I mean? I've done this, boop, and I just step off, but boop, or check, boop, boop. I believe it could be done. The only issue with it is you are in a like somewhat vulnerable position if you miss. You are in somewhat of a vulnerable position if you miss. So I would proceed with caution, you know, but you could definitely pull it off. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. You can definitely pull it off if you're slick enough. Hold on, y'all. Let me just get back into the mode. Was that helpful? Let me know. Coach Anthony, how do we develop boxing ring IQ when I only focus on getting hit? I'm new to sparring. Drills. You need to do drills. So you need somebody punching at you in a safe manner, so you're not like afraid of it anymore. And then after you do enough drilling, then what you do is you do light sparring. You do light sparring. So like with somebody that knows how to work. So that's what I like to do. I like to put my guys who are inexperienced with guys who are experienced, who know how to hold back in the very beginning. And then as they build confidence, then I put them with somebody on their level and I control it. And then eventually I just let you loose. But drilling, especially, like somebody throws a 1-2, you block it, you block it, you block it. I like to teach the blocking before I teach the slipping. And the reason that I like to teach the blocking before I teach the slipping is because I feel that you shouldn't be slipping in the beginning until you learn how to block. Because once you learn how to block, then you can start to time your slips. So for instance, I can go block, block, and then after I've done that a few times, now when I go block, I could catch slip because I'm getting used to seeing that right hand coming, so I block it. Now I'm like, oh, I could slip it. Or you throw a jab, I catch it, and after I catch it once or twice, I'm like, I could slip the jab. You feel me? Sometimes I like to catch and slip at the same time, so what I'll do is go like this. So it's like a parry. You know what I mean? So I'm like parrying, I'm dropping my head off that to that right because I want to just go, woo. So just in case I miss the shot with the parry, my head's still far enough that the jab goes over the head. You see what I'm saying? So you learn how to catch these punches and then you put them into play in a safe manner. And then you start to spar quality guys. Going in there just sparring right off the bat, you end up being like a fish out of water. And then you're just in survival. So I think that it's good to build somebody up to that point. You feel me? Tuning in from Toronto, man. Shout out to Canada. I want to visit Canada. One of the places I've never been, believe it or not. And I've been to Japan. I've been to the UK. I've been to Dubai. I've been to Saudi Arabia. I've been to Ireland. I've been all over the United States of America. I've been to the Caribbean islands. I've never been to freaking Toronto. That's crazy. I've never been to Canada, period. So definitely would like to go. Never been to Mexico. I was just thinking about that too, Emilio. Never been to Mexico. I've never crossed the borders of the United States. I've never crossed the borders. What's your best advice to improve timing and reflexes? Very good mitt work. Same thing with the floats. I'm going to do a float. I'm going to add float work to the mitt work course. For everybody who gets the mitt work course, I'm going to add float work at no additional cost if you get it right now for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So I'm going to add how to utilize the floats for defense and for catching punches and mixing it up. I don't know if you ever seen Bozy work with Boots Ennis. Super nasty with the floats. I know how to do a lot, and not exactly the same stuff he does, but I do it my way. It's good. And you're going to learn how to like do all that float work. I'm going to add that to the $1 million mitts. So $1 million mitts is something that I'm going to be adding and adding and adding. So when you buy it once, you ain't got to worry about buying it again, because I'm going to just keep adding. It's almost like going to be like how I post on social media. It's going to be like I'm posting in the $1 million mitts course. So every time you open up your laptop, every few weeks, you're going to be like, oh shit, Coach Ian dropped 10 new videos. Yes. Oh, he dropped another 10 videos. Yes. So I'm telling y'all, man, I'm so fucking excited about this fucking course. If y'all don't get this course, don't talk to me no more about this shit. I don't want to hear it because I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy with this. I'm so serious. I've never seen me this hype before. I'm dead serious though. I appreciate you demonstrating the Cuban check uppercut is exactly how I did it. That's what's up, man. Yeah, I mean, if it works, it works. You know, one thing about me, bro, I'm open-minded. I'm not one of these coaches that are like, no, you don't do it like that. If it works, it works. But remember this, it works until it doesn't work. And you better have a backup plan. You know what I'm trying to say? And that, you know what that backup plan needs to be? The fundamentals. Always keep the fundamentals in your pocket, man. Always. So you want to be creative. You want to drop your hands. You want to do check uppercuts. You want to do Cuban check hooks. You want to do right hand leads. You want to throw up jabs. You want to do, slick shit. You want to, get real slick with it. Cool. But remember, it works until it doesn't work anymore. And when it doesn't work anymore, you know where you need to revert to. Hands up, chin down, elbows in, right? Protect yourself and be ready to, you dig what I'm saying? You need it all. You need it all. When Floyd Mayweather got hurt against Sugar Shane Mosley, what did Floyd do? He came from this to this. Okay? Them hands came up. And we all know Floyd Mayweather's the master of the shoulder roll. Them hands came up. Why? Because he knew. I better go back to the fundamentals. I'm hurt. So remember, it works until it doesn't work. This is why you have to have a solid base before we start working on trying to do all this other shit. But be open-minded. Be open-minded. I'm not the closed-minded coach. I'm okay with you utilizing a little bit of creativity and having fun in there. I'm all for it. Got to go to the super chats first. So if you don't know, if you want your questions answered immediately, super chat is the way to go. Big boxing hacker. Hey, coach, what's your belief on boxers using weights? How do you keep your fighters' speed if they lift, or do you suggest they don't? I only have a problem with weightlifting for boxers if it gets in the way of the boxing training. Like, for example, you're training like a bodybuilder. Chest and tries one day, back and buys one day, legs and shoulders one day, and you're hitting 6 exercises and, you're getting 30 sets and shit because your body has to recover from that alone. I lift weights, so I know how much recovery you need from lifting weights to get get a solid chest and get a big back. Another thing is hypertrophy. Why can't I ever say that fucking word? You get out of a weight class and now you got to fight at a higher weight because you built size, especially if you're eating a lot. So now you get bigger and now you can't fight at the lower weight class. So I have a problem with that. Now, lifting for strength, like powerlifting exercises, 2 to 3 reps where it's not really building size, just explosiveness. When I was working with Davika, she was doing a lot of Olympic lifts. I didn't have her doing it. She came with a protocol from the Indian Olympic team that she was with, the Indian team, I should say. And they had her doing a lot of Olympic style lift, bringing the bar over the head before they do the squats and stuff. I'm okay with that. Now, do I think it's necessary? No, I don't think it's necessary. I know a lot of fighters out there that do not lift, and they could fight their ass off and they could punch their ass off and they're in great shape. And I know fighters who do lift and they're in great shape. So I think it's all about your approach. I think it's all about what works for you. But doing traditional weightlifting like Arnold Schwarzenegger used to do, I don't think that's the way to go. So unless you're not fighting. Now, if you're a guy like me at this point in my life where I just want to maintain, get some muscle, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I want to look good with my shirt off and shit like that. Then, by all means, you hit the weights and just make sure you do your mobility bands and stuff like that and loosen up real good. And when you hit the bags and you shadow boxes, be careful. Don't be going too crazy cold. You'll pull something. So you just want to take your time with it, you know what I'm saying? And then once you feel nice and warm, then you start to pick up and then you ain't got to really worry about it, you know what I'm saying? But if you're a competitive boxer, you know, calisthenics is the best thing to do. And if you have a trainer who can teach you some Olympic style lifts and power lifts, you know, reps from 3 to 5 reps, I think that's the way to go. Once you get from 8 to 20 reps, you're building size. You know what I'm saying? And like 20 reps still can consider hypertrophy. And not only that, all that wear and tear of the joints. So I don't like that either, because you're already using your joints a lot for punches. So doing reps of 20 and then you're throwing 1,000 punches. I mean, how much, you know what I mean? You don't think that's going to eventually start to wear on your joints? You feel what I'm saying? So that's my opinion on it. Let me know if that helped, champ. Let me know if that helped. Yes, sir. Yo, master them basics and you can look to change them. Yes, 100%. Appreciate it, y'all. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. Keep the Q&As going, man. I'm just here hanging out with y'all. Just here talking. Give me a quick minute. I'm going to take a quick break. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Stay right there.
For $1 Million Mitts. Why did I call this $1 Million Mitts? Because I'm going to make you look like $1 million, man. As long as you let me guide you, as long as you listen, as you learn the stuff that I'm going to teach you with a pair of mitts, I'm going to level up your mitt game 100%. Working with professional fighters that put me in world title corners right off the bat just because they like the way I hold a pair of mitts. I like to think that I'm a person who could teach you how to do this at the highest level, considering I've been to the highest level of boxing. Mitts is what literally put me in that position. This is something that your clients are going to love. This is something that your fighters are going to love. Always a lane for somebody who knows how to hold mitts. You could be a great coach, you could be a great teacher, you could be a great personal trainer, but this is what's going to capture their eyes. This is what's going to make people look at you. So I'm going to teach you. It doesn't matter if you have zero experience or if you have a lot of experience. There's going to be modules in this course that's going to help level you up.
Yep. All right, I'm back. Yo, what's going on, champ? Good morning, man. Good morning. Listen, guys, there's a good amount of people in here right now. So if you guys have any Q&As, any questions you want to ask, go ahead and feel free to ask them, man. And again, y'all, we got the Black Friday deal for the Master Boxing Bundle. Okay, if you guys want to see anything behind the scenes, let me know. I'll go ahead and pull something up for y'all. Okay, if you use VIP20, you'll get the Master Boxing Bundle for $20 off on top of the crazy deal that I already have. And of course, you already know that $1 Million Mitts is what I'm trying to promote the most right now. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that out as well. Coach, is rhythm changing helping a lot? Fast and slow shots, they don't get used the way they don't get used to your way of fighting. Yeah, 100%, champ. I always talk about changing speed. I always talk about changing speeds. You know, even on the heavy bag. You know, let's just say you throw a 1-2, pop, pop, then you throw a 1-2, what up? You know what I mean? You can do the same thing when you're moving. You know, you can move nice and slow, and then pop, pop, throw something fast. So changing your speeds is actually very, very important, man. You know what I mean? You want to keep your opponents guessing. So what are some adjustments I can make against a pressure boxing southpaw? I mean, I don't see when you say some adjustments you could make, that would be something I need to see. So, like, this is where like being in my private community would be the best option for a guy like you, man. Because, like, I'll give you an example, man. So, like, for instance, man, like if you was in here right now, my bad. The internet sometimes a little slow when I'm trying to like, but like look at my peoples right here showcasing some sparring, right? If I was able, if I was to be able to see you actually spar, and you could show me a southpaw who was pressuring you and what you were actually having trouble with, then I would actually be able to answer it, because I have, like, a lot of the times I have to see it. When you guys ask me certain specifics, like, coach, how come I'm not getting power in my hook? Or coach, how do I deal with a pressure fighter? Or coach, I'm having trouble getting on the inside of a taller fighter. I'm having trouble getting on the inside of a taller fighter. If I don't see what the actual issue is, I'm just like guessing. So this is where I really like to see. So this is why I always encourage you guys to, like, you know, get part of my private community, because then I can see it, and then I can let you know when I see the, you know, the post. I can drop a comment like, yo, this is what I'm seeing, this is the issue, and then you can, you know what I'm saying, work on it. So that's the only problem, bro. Like, it's hard for me to envision, give you answers to a pressure southpaw, because a pressure orthodox guy can give you trouble too, because it's all about, when you're dealing with a pressure guy, it's about you being comfortable with somebody putting pressure. And sometimes you got to tie that person up. Sometimes you got to meet that person in the middle and fight back. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to know how to move and check hook and turn and control your distance. But it's all on what's happening in front of me. I'd have to see it. What's the answer for a check hook from an orthodox that fights a southpaw? Well, who's throwing the check hook? The orthodox guys throwing the check hook? What's the answer for a check hook from an orthodox fighter that fights a southpaw? Well, if you're, my bad, if you're a southpaw and you're pressuring a orthodox and he throws a check hook, you just want to be careful because typically it'll happen one or two times, usually. Like if you're a southpaw and you're pressuring me and I'm looking to throw a check hook, I'm probably looking most of the time to throw a check hook when you throw your jab, right? So that'll be one scenario. So like you're throwing a jab at me and I throw a check hook as you're jabbing and I slide out to my left. Or you're throwing a straight left hand to my body and you drop your right hand. So when you're throwing that straight left hand to the body, as you're dropping your right hand, because that's a natural thing sometimes, I throw the check hook and catch you as you're dropping the right hand. So the key would be to use your feints to get the guy to throw the check hook prematurely. So I would throw a feint, I would feint, and then if the guy goes like that, he's out of position. You see what I'm saying? Or if I'm a southpaw, I'm going to try to beat him to that side to where the check hook isn't available anymore. So for instance, I'll be able to check hook you easier if my foot's beating your foot. Like, so if you're jabbing at me and my left foot is outside of your right foot, very easy for me to check hook. But if your left foot is outside of if your right foot is outside of my left foot, you're beating me to the outside. It's going to be harder for me to check hook because I'm going to either walk into a straight left hand or we're going to tangle a little bit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, hopefully that helps. What's your opinion on short fighters taking away taller fighters' opponent jab by throwing power hooks at their forearms when they jab and punching the fuck out of their shoulders and handicapping them? Yeah, man, I think it could work. I think it's all doable stuff if you could pull it off. You know, if you get close enough and you're beating up their arms, yo, man, it's true. It works. But remember this, a lot of that stuff works more in the pros because they got the smaller gloves and they got more rounds. In the amateurs or in the gym sparring with 16-ounce gloves, you can kind of take more of a beating than you will in a professional fight. So just remember, a lot of that strategy stuff to hit a guy in the arms and the shoulders to kind of like get them to not be able to use their best weapons is a little harder to pull off because the padded gloves, you know, and yeah, that's basically it. It's the padded gloves. So when you're fighting in the pros, you got the smaller gloves, man. Them shits hurt compared to, you know, big 16 or the amateur gloves. The amateur gloves are usually pretty padded. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit of a difference there where you're going to get hit, but you're not going to get hit like if you was wearing them small Reyes gloves, them 8 ounces. You know what I mean? How long does it take to progress from beginner to intermediate level, from intermediate to advanced level on average? I'd say on average, because everybody's different, I'd say within 2 years, you can be open class. So that would be considered intermediate. And I think from intermediate to like professional level, I would say 2 to 5 years. I think 5 years you can get to like an advanced pro level in 5 years if you're consistent. And I think that if you are just starting out, to get to the open class level, if you're consistent, could take about 2 years. Because 2 to 3 years, because it just depends on your learning curve. You know, you can have your first amateur fight in a year, 6 months to a year, depending on who you are, you know, and then you could rack up 10 fights in a year, maybe 15 months, you could rack up 10 fights. Now you're open. And then when you're open, depending on how many open fights you need, you know, it could take you another 2 years of just competing as an open class fighter. And you got about 5 years under your belt. I think you could be a solid professional. I think if you're consistent, you got a good coach, and you're being moved the right way, and, you know, everything works out. I think 5 years is a solid breakdown of how long it takes to be a solid pro, you know, a beginner pro, I should say. Hey, coach, what's your advice for boxers to stay relaxed? I have the tendency to get tense. You know, you practicing in shadow boxing, man. You know, you practicing in shadow boxing. You do a lot of drills, get used to punches coming at you, and eventually you'll get more relaxed. But it comes with experience, you know, to say the least. Definitely comes with experience. Guys, if this live stream has been providing value, let me know in the chat, man. We've been in here for an hour and 15 minutes, man. Hour and 15 minutes, man. So we've been here quite a minute, man. I'm going to take a quick break real quick, come back, and talk to you in 1 second.
For $1 million mitts. Why did I call this $1 million mitts? Because I'm gonna make you look like $1 million, man. As long as you let me guide you, as long as you listen, as you learn the stuff that I'm gonna teach you with a pair of mitts. I'm gonna level up your mitt game 100%. I got a lot of things to say about mittwork because mittwork literally changed my life.
What's his full name? What's Coach Anthony's? Anthony's first name was Anthony's last name.
Anthony Rodriguez, Coach Anthony, and that corner of weight 4.
A lot of people don't know when I first came into this boxing game as a trainer, you know, mitts was really what people hired me for. Working with professional fighters that put me in world title corners right off the bat just because they like the way I hold a pair of mitts. This is something that your clients are gonna love. This is something that your fighters are gonna love. Always a lane for somebody who knows how to hold mitts. The one thing that I could say is if you're gonna do something, you wanna do it the right way. I like to think that I'm a person who could teach you how to do this at the highest level, considering I've been to the highest level of boxing.
2 rounds, and you're a world champion, but you gotta work.
He is a defending world champion fighting tonight.
With head trainer, Freddie Anthony Rodriguez.
I work with some of the best boxers in the world. Mitts is what literally put me in that position. You could be a great coach, you could be a great teacher, you could be a great personal trainer. But this is what's gonna capture their eyes. This is what's gonna make people look at you and make people say, hey man, that guy knows what he's doing. I wanna go ahead and work with that person. I'm gonna teach you, it doesn't matter if you have 0 experience or if you have a lot of experience, there's gonna be modules in this course that's gonna help level you up.
You gotta change.
Sean. Whoa. You see that?
Okay, so listen. I already put the links in the chat. You guys already know what to do, man. Go to the website, CoachAnthonyBoxing.com. Grab that Master Boxing Bundle, VIP 20. Get you $20 off the already marked down super deal that I'm giving for the Master Boxing Bundle. I think plenty of people in the chat have told you how helpful the Master Boxing Bundle has been. You're getting over 16 courses. You're getting access to a private community where I could go ahead and visually see your training and give you actual feedback on what I think you could be doing better in your training. More access to me. Okay, $1 Million Mitts, teaching you guys how to go ahead and hold mitts properly so you can eventually either train your kids, start yourself a coaching career where you can go ahead and make some money. Maybe you're a personal trainer and you don't want your guy walking on the Stairmaster to burn some calories or running on the treadmill. So you want to put them through a nice boxing routine, and you can go ahead and implement the mittwork, which is going to make them have to keep coming back to you. And guess what? With AI stealing everybody's jobs, you ain't got to worry about AI stealing your mittwork job because they ain't make robots that can hold mitts yet. You feel me? So I think it's a good idea for you guys to consider learning this skill, especially in this climate where, you know, people are needing other sources of income. And I think that having a nice little pad work coaching business on the side or even as a main thing could be very lucrative. But the only way you're going to be lucrative is if you're good at it and if you know what you're doing. And I think that I'm the perfect person to go ahead and teach you how you can go ahead and get better at that, okay? That alongside the Master Boxing Bundle, you can't lose. You're going to have a wealth of information. You're basically going to be able to level up not only your own life, but help other people level up their lives. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super excited to get this out to you guys. Discipline Decembers is something that I'm considering. I don't know if you guys in the chat said that you guys want to go ahead and do that, man. Do you guys actually like feedback when I was asking you guys if Discipline December is a thing? Like, where we at with that, y'all? Are we doing it? Are y'all with me on this? I don't see it. I don't see the answers. I love that Coach Anthony covers all the aspect of the sport with the courses you can become the best fighter or trainer that you can be. Coach Anthony's willing to share his knowledge. I appreciate that, bro. I need to know, are we rocking out for Discipline Decembers, man? Let me know, man. If not, we'll find out tomorrow because I'm going to tell you my game plan for December. And if y'all want to join me, I'm going to open the doors for y'all, man. My man Shamari in the building. God bless you, Coach, man. God bless you too, champ. My man, I've been boxing for 2 years, started at 19. I can't be fighting amateur because of the beard rule. Should I train more and make a pro debut and make my pro debut as soon as January? Man, I mean, there's a process to making a pro debut. So I wouldn't advise you to just make a pro debut. You know what I mean? You would need to, first of all, find a good promoter who's willing to put you on a card. You would have to see if you could find a good opponent for you to go ahead and start your professional career. So there's a process to it. But I would start sparring some pros and seeing how you match up with some of the pros in sparring, and then maybe somebody will guide you in your area into, some local professional fights. So it's an option for sure. I'm down for Discipline Decembers. Okay. Mr. C said I'm down for Discipline December. Granny Drummer, you was hiding in the shadows. She says, I'm in. Okay, all right. That's a couple of you guys. Speaking up for Discipline December. Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more about it. My man Sean Breezy, I thought you was just capping, man. Let me look, man. Let me look. Let me look, bro. Okay, you got it. Sean, do me a favor, bro. Do you got my number? 215-709-5437. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Okay, no, I'm looking right here. Nah, I got you, bro. I got your email. Okay, Sean, I got your email. Don't even worry about it. After I get off this live stream, after I get off this live. So which matter of fact, I already said I'll give you access to everything, right? Let me see if I could do this right now while I'm on the live stream with you, bro. Give me a second, guys. Gotta take care of my guy Sean Breezy, man. He kept his side of the bargain. I gotta keep my side of the bargain. Got you, Sean. Let's see it. Give me 1 second. Be patient. I just got to go ahead and give Sean Breezy all his courses. Nope, the email ain't on this one. Why not? Why not? Look like you made a few profiles over here. So you got like 2 or 3 profiles, Sean. I see your number on one of them. But this ain't where you got your courses. So give me 1 second. Crazy. 7. Okay, I found the one where you got the courses. Now we got you. Now we got you. So you had like 2 or 3 profiles. So all right, bro. I just added the Master Boxing Bundle to your profile. So check, man, and confirm with me in the chat, bro. I just went ahead and shot the Master Bundle in there for you. Great decision, Sean. Yes, sir. Yo, so I'm actually working on a brand deal for the mitts that I'm gonna be using. So once I get that brand deal settled, here we go. Hold on, let me record this. I'm gonna send this to them. I'm working on a brand deal right now, okay, for the mittwork course. And once I'm done, I'll let you know exactly which brand that I'm gonna be using. So we just gotta finalize this, bro. But we're about to do it real soon. So I'll let you know. Just give me a little bit with that. Coach, why don't we see boxing level as good as Mayweather and De La Hoya? Is it the coaches or the boxers? I don't know, man. I think we're seeing some good guys right now. I think it's just different. You know, I think it's just different. De La Hoya, Mayweather for sure, they're generational guys. But you know, Crawford, Canelo, Benavidez, Shakur Stevenson, Jerron Boots Ennis, Usyk, Tyson Fury, or Tyson Fury retired. Jake Paul, nah, let me stop. Now we got some guys. You feel me? We got some guys, man. Yes, sir. My man Sean got the Master Boxing Bundle. Shout out to Sean Breezy, man, been supporting me since 2019. Got the Master Boxing Bundle. I'm glad that I was able to help out, and I'm glad that you supported for all these years. Hopefully, you grab that $1 million mitts and start yourself a nice little coaching career. Guys, if you guys want to go ahead and get the Master Boxing Bundle, the link's right there. VIP20, and you will save $20 on top of the crazy markdown price. Get it all at once, y'all, so you're not waiting until next No Days Off November looking for a deal, man. This is the deal. It gets no better than this. You feel me? Remember, time is money. The longer you procrastinate, the longer you got to wait to get something done. What's the point of that? Been out here for an hour and a half. Let me see if I can get somebody to get on here, man. Chop it up with me, man. See what my man Eddie doing, man. I think Eddie got to be sleeping. I'm texting Eddie at 1 in the morning saying, yo, what you doing? I'm live. I'm hitting Eddie up at 12:50 a.m., yo. That's crazy. That's disrespectful. He's probably like, yo, man, leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep. Please, coach, I need your advice. Let me see. I have done the process with the promotion and things have been spawned with all kinds of fighters, national, school camp, the UBO, Asia. Okay, well, then listen to the coach, bro. Listen to the coach, you know. I mean, listen, they know you better than me. So if you think you're prepared to fight professional, just got to find the right promoter and find the right opponent. That's all you're doing, bro. Find the right opponent, man. You got to find the right opponent. Don't just fight anybody because you want to build your career. So this is where boxing becomes a business. You know, this is where boxing becomes a business, man. Do you know Terrible Tim Witherspoon? Yes, of course. He's a local guy in the area. He's from Philadelphia. He was a great heavyweight fighter, champion. 100% I know Tim Witherspoon. And I know his son, Tim Witherspoon Jr. as well. They come here all the time bringing their fighters to spar with some of my guys. So, yeah, I know Tim Witherspoon. Thanks a lot, Coach. Needed a second opinion. Yeah, bro. Believe in yourself, bro. That's my opinion. Believe in yourself and get it done. All right, guys. I think that's it, man. An hour and a half. I've been on here with you guys, man, hanging out, man. I appreciate everybody who showed up to the live. I will be on here again tomorrow. We're going to start talking about December. We got to start locking in for December, guys. So make sure you get my phone number, 709-5437. Shoot me a text, hit the bell notification. Make sure you guys are alerted when I go live. If you're not watching this live, you already know what to do, man. Go to the links in the description. Grab the Master Boxing Bundle. Use VIP code 20, okay? You get all 16 courses. Enroll to the private community. You can't beat it. And if you want to go ahead and be a coach and you want to learn how to make some money with this, being the best you can be at this mittwork game, go ahead and get $1 Million Mitts. It's early access, meaning that it's not even complete yet. What you're getting right now is just a portion of what you're going to be getting. All the updates will be added. You won't be paying extra for the updates, okay? And this is the best price you're going to get it, because once I raise the price on that, it's over for the whole discounted price that I got, because this is a different kind of a thing. This is something that's going to teach you how to go to the next level. So, guys, thank you so much for your love and support. You guys have been great. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Take care.
For $1 Million Mitts. Why did I call this $1 Million Mitts? Because I'm gonna make you look like $1 million, man. As long as you let me guide you, as long as you listen, as you learn the stuff that I'm gonna teach you with a pair of mitts, I'm gonna level up your mitt game 100%. Working with professional fighters that put me in world title corners right off the bat just because they like the way I hold a pair of mitts. I like to think that I'm a person who could teach you how to do this at the highest level, considering I've been to the highest level of boxing. Mitts is what literally put me in that position. This is something that your clients are gonna love. This is something that your fighters are gonna love. Always a lane for somebody who knows how to hold mitts. You could be a great coach, you could be a great teacher, you could be a great personal trainer, but this is what's gonna capture their eyes. This is what's gonna make people look at you. So I'm gonna teach you. It doesn't matter if you have zero experience or if you have a lot of experience. There's gonna be modules in this course that's gonna help level you up.
Love and support. See you.